Moving on. We raved about the trailer for this movie,
Well,
500
you
Days
guys
of Summer.
about the
So that means that you probably loved this movie, but you're going to tell me I'm wrong. But just given Dan's theory, I know. I'm saying
the
Dan Doctrine. The Dan Doctrine is when Alex hates a trailer, he ends up loving the movie.
Epic.
So 500 Days of Summer comes from music video director Mark Webb. Now the interesting thing about this guy is that a lot of times when we talk about the music video directors like Spike Jonze and Michel Gondry, these are guys who changed the face of music videos. They really set the standard, and then they became movie directors and made really aggressively stylistic movies that affect filmmaking. Mark Webb I always loved his music videos. He was never that guy. He was a really good director and made a lot of pop videos.
Yeah.
And really well, but he was never one of those huge music video names, though he was prolific. So I was very interested to see what would happen given this movie.
Yeah.
Because it seemed to be a combination.
Can you name a couple of the videos that he directed?
He did the, I just watched a brand new video. The Man Brand New. What's the guys where they make My Chemical Romance? I think a few of the pop Hilary Duff kind of deals.
So not huge conceptual stuff.
Although he always made them story-oriented. One of the My Chemical Romance was the Saving Private Ryan video, so he did a little bit more, but not. But right.
Not like Michel Gondry and Spike Jonze.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that being said, 500 Days of Summer stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt as a boy infatuated with a girl, Zooey Deschanel, who plays Summer.
Basically the two big indie movie people.
Yeah, I guess so. Zooey Deschanel for sure.
Yeah, but he's like in all, like, what was it, Brick?
I wish he was in more. He's not in enough.
Brick, wasn't he in Brick?
He should have been Peter Parker.
Yeah. Right.
I keep saying that.
Yeah.
He wasn't, he was...
Yeah, I think you're about 8 years too late. Anyway, 500 Days of Summer is what I just described.
Yes.
And I want to hear what you thought. How much did you love it? Not did you, but how much? Okay.
You know, I was on cloud nine seeing the trailer, and the movie is wonderful and heartfelt and feels like a little crust of truth. And you know, I get a lot of flack via email and forum posts and stuff about my opinions when it comes to stuff like Transformers and these big popcorn movies where sometimes I don't have the patience, and people say, oh, it's just supposed to be fun, let yourself go. Well, for me, the magic of something like 500 Days of Summer or The Brothers Bloom that we reviewed earlier this year, that is a transportation to a place of escapism for me that is much richer because it feels true and it feels real, and I see it makes me feel closer to humanity because there's this shared experience that I recognize as being something that could have been in my own life. And for me, that's the best kind of movie, and this movie really delivers on this. I love Jason Gordon-Levitt. I think he's great. I could see him in way more movies than he's in. It also has my single favorite song of all time, which is Please, Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want by the Smiths. So you gotta love it for that. It's got that whimsy and magic that I loved in stuff like Pushing Daisies, and it felt to me like a modern day version of one of my 3 favorite films of all time, Annie Hall. Yeah.
Interesting.
So if you haven't seen Annie Hall, rush out and see it.
Interesting. Yeah, I have not seen Annie Hall, so I'll probably do that at some point in the future.
So Alex, is my theory stand or has it been debunked?
Your theory is, as Edward James Olmos, he standed and delivered. Yeah. What? Yeah. No, I love. I mean, it was great. It was sweet. It was almost just like an artistic love poem to Zooey Deschanel at times. I mean, the way, you all right there, bud?
I'm just making sure we're good here.
All right, good. Everybody's good.
Everything here is all right?
Everything here is good.
All right.
This area is horrible.
Take it from me, Dan. Never let him see you sweat.
Anywho, yeah, no, I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought the filmmaking was really smart, the way that it was jumping. It sort of jumped through time. I got a little confusing as to, wait, what day are we seeing them at? You know what I mean? Love the Friends. One of them had a
good TV show.
Yeah, The Friends was great. Coffee shop. No, the one his two friends
Yeah.
were both, one of them was a series regular on Criminal Minds, who I think is amazing, and the other one played a really awesome recurring role on Medium, which was great. We didn't even mention the Medium moment in Bruno, which was ridiculous.
Yes.
So I thought overall, great movie. For me, didn't hit as home as Brothers Bloom did, just for me personally, but I thought, I mean, if you're in a relationship or want to be in a relationship, go see the movie, it's fun.
Yeah. So everyone, except for people who are like, fuck life.
They should see it.
That's our target. They actually should see the movie.
So everybody watching this, go see it.
Yeah, I love this movie about as much as
me.
The guy loves
Zooey Deschanel.
Zooey Deschanel in the movie. Tongue-tied. What's amazing about it is, you know, in the 80s, Steven Spielberg was able to make these really successful commercial movies that felt new and exciting and different than anything else we had ever seen. And we have yet to really get that in a romantic comedy, and I think Mark Webb has done that with this, in that this hits every single scene in this movie is a scene from another romantic comedy. This is, you take the girls, please cut a more commercial trailer for this movie so people go see it. Because,
the girls?
Because the chicks will go running to go see the proposal, like the lake, whatever. This is that movie, but guess what,
You know what it is?
dudes?
It's Garden State,
It's
too.
so much better than that.
Yeah.
In addition to being that and giving you that, it also gives you these really, I agree in the Annie Hall reference, in some ways it's better because it achieves,
it's not better.
It achieves the same degree of truth and reality and uniqueness without being esoteric and.
I thought the trailer didn't do justice to the movie. I mean, honestly.
Well, let me say a few more things before we jump back on that. But you know, the thing, esoteric, and also a lot of the independent films become more real because they're so negative. And this movie was never negative. This movie was always so hopeful, but in a very truthful way. And I agree, the whole movie was, yes, that's so me, yes, that's so me. And I feel like everyone going to see the movie will be like, that's so me. And I want to say too that Zooey Deschanel in this movie, she is constantly cast as this role.
Yeah.
And she has never, I don't know if it was the director or the writing or she stepped up to the plate, but she makes all the other times that she's played this character look like jokes compared to this was,
like a warm-up.
I think, yeah, a warm-up. Amazing.
Yeah.
So
You know, it made me want to go home.
The trailer.
It made me want to go home and watch The Graduate too.
That's funny. Yeah, to me, the trailer just doesn't do it justice because there's so many parts, like the little part with the bird, sort of from the like zippity doo dah moment.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense in the trailer. It makes 100% sense in the movie. And so when I saw that in the trailer, I was like, oh god, this is gonna be so weird and esoteric.
Great soundtrack too. Great soundtrack.
Great soundtrack. 500 Days Summer, drive, don't walk or run.